everyone, I'm Kirsty. Welcome to Heart's Humble Homestead. Today we are going to finally be getting the greenhouses and the rest of the garden ready for winter. Hope you enjoy. I'm going to start with this greenhouse. So I've still got the tomato plants in here, but with the snow that we've just had and the wind that blew that window out, everything has now finished. So this is our millifleur. So I left it because it seemed to have taken ages to get going. As you can see, it flowered very late in the season, so I'm definitely going to start them a lot earlier next year. I'm going to do the first lot of planting. I'm going to put these in because next year, if I can get all of these to fruit, they will be great for the space available. So I'm going to quickly check to see if we've got any tomatoes that are worth saving, and then get these pulled out. So there is a few, I think, that haven't split with the weather. Okay, I'm getting some. See, that one's split. I'm not going to keep that one. There is a few that are starting to ripen that I will also take, and hopefully they will ripen indoors. But any damaged ones I'm not going to keep, I'm just going to compost them. I'm just curious how your tomatoes have done this year. So mine seems to have wanted to do things that little bit too late. Even though I start them January. So I'm definitely going to get them out as quickly as possible next year. Well, this one is a Tigerella. They haven't split, so I'm going to take them in. Our paste tomato didn't really do much at all. And we tried this one for the first time. I'm trying to think what this one was called. I will put it up if I find it. But it was a late planter one, and it just really didn't get going at all. I don't think it's worth how much fun it is. So again, I'm going to try planting them earlier next year, even though that one was, I think it said about March planting, but we really didn't get anything off it. Oh look, they're starting to split. We'll definitely just get rid of these now, I think. Got mushrooms growing there. It shows what time of year it is. chickens, we'll be hoping I'm putting these in with them, but chickens aren't allowed things from the nightshade family, so any green parts of a tomato, they can have red tomatoes but not green. The leaves off potatoes because of something called solanine. Sorry if I've pronounced that wrong, but it is toxic. So I'm just going to pop it in with the chicken manure and it'll break it down nicely. Hopefully we can use them early in the year, next year, to mulch things. And I'll reuse that compost. Been a few days since I've done anything in the garden. Every time I've came out it's absolutely poured down, so the things that I wanted to do would get ruined. The wind's picking up already, hopefully you can hear me. I've got my cuppa, the girls are fed, got the radio, got my things, and let's see what we can get on with. I've mostly finished tidying this, so that's the pots the tomatoes are in. They're up here too. I brought the potting table back in and I've done a temporary repair with Gorilla Tape of that window just until I can get that plastic fitted. So I'm going to move on to this one. So I've been contemplating keeping this up over winter. I'm sure I will regret it because it is just one of these cheap ones, but I've got some strawberry runners in the Black Friday deals, so I want to get them in, and normally I put them in a bit earlier, so I'd just like to keep as much things as I can going. So I've got a few things to put in the main greenhouse, so I'd like the runners in here. I've still got some things growing in here, so I've got some purple sprouting broccoli, some Red Bull Brussels sprouts, some marathon broccoli, and some cauliflower in the bottom there. The main ones that will be ready for Christmas are at the main plot, but I do like to keep a few in different places, just so if something gets eaten I've got a backup. Doesn't looks like something's been in here, or for some reason these just haven't took, but it's fine, I do have backups. So I'm going to clear out the rest of the peppers. I'm not going to try and chilies, I'm not going to try and overwinter them because next year is going to be a big push for self-reliance, so the ones I've picked for next year that I'll be doing on a seed sorting video soon is ones that are designed to be an abundant crop but don't take up a lot of space. So instead of growing a lot of varieties, I'm going to be growing Basket of Fire that was recommended by Harvest and Home UK for drying for using every day, and then I've ordered some paprika peppers so we can dry and grind our own paprika. Like tomatoes, the peppers and chilies have solanine in them, so the green parts are not suitable for chickens. So these will be going in the hot compost with the chicken manure. You can't have them, ladies. You can't have them. You're being fed. Still a few usable things on here. I am putting all of the compost in here because I have got a lot that should be ready that we've made ourselves, and I just want this to break down fairly quickly so we can use it in the spring. So this is just chicken manure, and then the deadly nightshade plants, so the tomatoes, tops of potatoes, things like that. As I mentioned before, I did get some strawberry bare root runners. They don't look like much now, just had them soaking in water. But they've got a really good root on them. I'll put the ones I bought here. I bought 10, a pack of 10. So I'm just going to plant these and I'm going to leave them in the greenhouse just so they get a decent root system on them over the winter, and these should make an abundant crop of early strawberries for us. Berry wise, we grow a few but we're nowhere near self-sufficient in them. So blackberries we get by foraging, and I make enough jam for the year using blackberries. I also put some in the freezer for things like crumbles and things like that, so I don't grow any blackberries at all. Black currants we started this year, so we've only got 2 bushes and the plants aren't that big, so we did get a few, so enough for on top of yogurt and things, but nothing major yet. But we would like to grow more, but we are limited on space. So strawberries I'm going to try and get as self-sufficient in as possible. And I'll keep you updated on how these do. So I will mulch them as well. I'm finished. So this greenhouse has been rearranged again. So with how the weather's been so far, I still wanted a space if I wanted to do any potting up or anything I could. So I've decided to leave that greenhouse up. I'll go in a minute. So we've got some wood dry in there. That's a cut up broken branch off an apple tree, so we give them to the guinea pigs. That is for next year's project. Well, you can put your guesses below if you like. In there, that's an old vivarium, and I've just got grow lights and the things I'll be using after Christmas to plant tomatoes and peppers, things like that, in January. I pop them in there, that's why I've got that ready. I've got some soil there. And what I've got left to do, so this is just an all-purpose fertiliser that I made out of weeds. I'll link the video above. But because I'm not sure when I've planted the strawberry runners, I can't remember what soil I repurposed. So I just want to give them a good feed. So here is the overflow greenhouse. So I got 14 strawberries altogether. That maybe because there was a few small ones. So I've got 14, hopefully that will grow some nice strawberries. Might get a few next year, but mainly the year after. So 7 that side, 7 that side. At the bottom I've put the brassicas. So I'll keep you updated with this. I've still got the mini greenhouse to sort and like the kitchen garden area just outside of our back door. But I'll show you that when I've done it. Well, thank you for watching, everybody. Bye.